Everybody's doing something and everybody has a story.
Join us and a few friends along our journey as we ride ours.
Welcome to the What Are We Doing podcast. What's going on, guys?
Yo.
So first of all, I do want to apologize for that noise. If you guys hear it, that's my central air. It's kind of cold, and the room knows it's cold, so
it turns on.
It turns on, yeah. That's how it works.
Well, what you been up to, bro? How's everything?
Everything is good, man. This year is coming to an end, bro.
Yo,
December.
super fast. It's like 2 more weeks left, and then the year is over.
It's week 50 of 52.
Yo, idea. Next, when are we gonna do like our goals? Like talk about our goals for the next year and stuff
Next
like
episode.
that. All right, so next episode.
Wait, you want to do it on the show? Didn't we do it last year?
Did we?
We should do an update. That's what we should do.
Of what? Of our goals?
Yeah.
Ooh, let's do that. Because you wrote your goals down, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
What we accomplished, what we didn't accomplish.
Let's do that. Yeah, fuck with that. All right, boom.
Do you have a lot of stuff you didn't accomplish?
Nah, I actually haven't. Yo, I think every single year my goals of stuff not accomplished get shorter and shorter and shorter.
That's good.
It's super good.
It's a few things that I did not accomplish, and I know I didn't accomplish it though. Mm-hmm. Like I found out like literally a few weeks ago why I didn't accomplish it.
Why is that?
I'm going to talk about it tomorrow.
Is there anything on your list that you gave up on?
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
I can't remember my list. I don't.
But purposely though, because I realized that it doesn't make sense.
Okay, yeah.
So
okay.
that's why. Well, yeah, that's. I guess I still gave up. Yeah, it didn't make for me to accomplish that goal. It would have detoured me from what I'm trying to get done right now.
Okay,
so it didn't make sense.
That's not bad then. Nah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm like super big into like goal setting and like following all that stuff. So we're gonna make that definitely happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But on this episode, we have your arch nemesis.
Oh, you want to?
now.
Oh, I thought we were gonna talk for a little bit.
Oh, huh? Oh, you still want to talk to me?
No, I don't. You just like said that. Like we got. So this episode we actually have my best friend. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
Oh, we actually have my best friend. It's going to be a very, very interesting episode. This is someone who knows me very, very personally. Too personal. Someone who has. I can't say that. I was going to say let me be inside.
You know what's so funny? She's actually been on this podcast mad times before.
Yeah, she has.
Because you always call when we're recording.
Yes,
and we always put you on the podcast. So this is probably like your 6th appearance on this podcast.
We I actually, now that I think about it, we gotta go back and retitle some episodes. We gotta put like including this, including that, featuring. We definitely gotta do that. But we actually have a guest. She's excited. Look at her. Woo. The hell is that? As you guys can see, I am the jokester of this relationship.
No, he's not funny.
He's not funny at
all. I am.
No, I actually make real jokes. He just thinks he's funny, and people laugh at him because it's not.
Oh, I see how this episode's gonna go. I'm liking it.
So we have Mrs. Sade Jones, Kelly. No,
not yet. Where's the ring?
Ooh.
No pressure.
What about to propose right now?
On air.
Yeah.
Wow. This would do numbers.
That would be fun.
All right, so
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, what if I did though?
I'd be pissed. You know that's not.
Yeah,
how
I know
I
you would.
proposal.
Like, hold on. Would you say no though?
No.
Hold on. How do you envision your proposal?
Well, I'm a little. First of all, hi everyone. I'm Sade Jones because I didn't introduce myself.
They know you before. You've been on every single episode.
But I want to say my own name. All right, how do I want it to be in front of like my family and friends. Like I want it to be like a party.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
or it could be like somewhere mad exotic and we're on top of a hill or something like that.
So if it was an exotic aspect, you wouldn't mind being just y'all two.
Yeah.
But
if it's like in
because
the house,
other people would be there and stuff.
Yeah, I like attention. So.
Yeah.
That's dope. No, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you rocking and coming with us on every single episode. But let's dive deeper into kind of like what do you do? So like where are you from?
I'm from Queens.
What part of Queens?
From Hollis.
Queens get the money.
Yeah, I grew up in Hollis.
Okay, dope. And you went to school out there? Like elementary school, high school?
Wait. What do you do? What does Sade do? Who is Sade? And then let's go back.
All right, cool.
Well, I am an advertiser, a blogger, and an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So I work full time in advertising at an ad agency, and I have worked with really big brands. One of my like top brands is Mercedes-Benz.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have a blog called The Fire Inside, where
Yes.
I talk about personal growth, wellness, travel, just like lifestyle topics. And then lastly, I sell products on Amazon.
What do you sell?
I sell Finesse Fitness water bottles.
Yes,
Ooh.
the best water bottles. Our favorite
The
sponsor.
best. The best.
And we will leave that link in the description so everybody can go purchase a Finesse.
Yes.
Even though I ordered a water bottle and somebody's been using it, I haven't seen it like in mad long.
Kadeem, you're here. I can give you one.
First of all, I definitely left a water bottle over at your crib.
Yeah, and I used it one time, and then somebody else has been using it ever since. I always see it in the dishwasher, and then when I wake up, it's
That's not my problem. That's your
It's
family
a good
problem.
gift to get for your family.
Apparently it was.
Yeah.
So no, those are dope water bottles, and that's all over your IG too. So if they go to your IG,
Yes.
they'll be able to see that, and we'll link all that in the bottom.
Yes,
so
yes. I post all the time because I also create content on Instagram.
Content creator?
And I'm a content creator. Yeah, I create content for brands, and also I post new blog posts every Wednesday.
dope. So we'll check that out. So how did you get into all this?
So you were asking me about where I grew up. So I went to school like in Belrose. That's where I met Handsome. We met in high school.
Oh, y'all met in high school. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She
okay.
fell for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we really want to get into that? Because
She always wants to like not be honest with the story.
I know how the story goes.
Yeah.
I wasn't even into you.
Yes,
in
you
high
was.
school.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's so many people who, honestly though,
was Handsome cool? Was the cool one? Was Handsome cool in high school?
He was cool. Yeah, he
Was
was. He
popular.
was like
that's
that.
not even.
Like,
Why would you even ask that?
he was like
Duh.
that like that destructive, like popular kid, and I was like
Yeah.
the smart girl trying to make it and didn't want attention from him, but like he would still always talk to me.
She
Yeah, it
liked
was
me
like
in high school.
I was
The
just,
reason
I was just
why
nice. I was very
she
nice
did not
to him.
want to talk to me is because of the fact that I was talking to so many girls. She
yeah,
liked
I wasn't
me.
into pretty boys.
She
Okay.
liked me.
And then
You
after
to ugly boys?
No, just like the guys who know they're cute, like those guys. He was one of those. Like he knew he was cute and acted like it. Like I was not interested in that.
Right. Anywho,
and where did you go to college?
I went to college upstate. I went to Ithaca College.
Oh, you went to Ithaca? Oh,
Yeah.
I had a couple parties up there. Not had a couple. I went to a couple parties up
where'd
there.
you study?
Where'd you go again?
I went to Penn State.
Oh, but you just went to Ithaca just
Yeah,
because.
yeah.
Cornell had a lot of parties all the time. That's
Cornell.
where we
You're
would
not
go.
too far from like Binghamton.
I would go to Binghamton,
Morrisville,
Syracuse,
Syracuse. Yeah, that's
Portland.
that whole. Yo, upstate is kind of lit. Like
Upstate
party
is lit. Like we would party from Thursday to Sunday
That's a
every week.
fact.
All right. So what did you do? You say you went to college. What did you take up in college?
I was a business administration major, and I concentrated in marketing communications.
What made you decide to take that up?
Well, I had a business since I was young. So, like in high school, actually, I started it when I was 10. I would sell snacks in school out of my locker just because I wanted to make extra money.
Swindle.
Yeah. So then after I just kept doing that and selling like candy in my mom's office, and like I was always just business minded. So I was going to go to school for journalism, and then my advisor in high school was like, you're a natural like business person, go to school for business. So then I just went to school for business.
It's like you're one of the few people that actually went to school what they like and did what they wanted to school for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so
That's
many
true.
people who are successful, I feel like that I know didn't go to school for whatever they're doing now. Like at all. That's obviously like a lawyer or a doctor or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
for,
most
same
people
with me.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to school for. Well, I actually dropped out.
I was gonna say, what did you go to?
I dropped
think I even know
out.
that.
College admission dropout.
That means you even make it to the first class? Was a college admissions dropout?
College admission. You go to the admission office and I didn't go back.
Oh my goodness! I was actually gonna do accounting. Like I was like, on the track to be in an accounting and finance type of job. I applied. I was gonna do that whole thing, and then I took a marketing class, and I did so well in it that I was like, oh, why struggle in accounting when I can do great in something naturally? So,
And the job you're working at now is your first job out of school?
no, it's my second
All right, so yeah, let's go back. So you graduate. What do you have? Your bachelor's? What do you have?
bachelor's.
Okay, so you graduate, and then what happens after that?
Also, like I was fortunate. Like while I was in school, I was doing a lot of networking, and I met a lot of alumni in my field. I just knew what I wanted to do. So I got into like one of the top advertising programs, and like it kind of showed me, all right, this is what I want to do. Through there, I got a job right after graduation. I think I chose to not work for a month, but I could have like went straight in. So I started working at an ad agency like right after.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
I worked at my previous job for like 2.5 years.
How come you left there?
Trying to think of like a good way to say it. 'Cause, pretty much, I just felt like I kind of exhausted my skills there, and I didn't feel like I could grow the way I wanted to. I was only working on like one type of advertising, and I wanted to learn multi-channel advertising, so I left.
Okay. So you left to grow.
Yep.
And do you feel like where you're at right now, you're growing as you want to?
I do feel I'm growing.
And what's like your day-to-day like task at that job?
So I'm an account exec. So pretty much what we do is we're liaison between the clients and everything that goes on internally. So the client will come to us with a business problem, and then after we hear about the business problem, we come up with the marketing plan to basically solve the problem. And I foresee the whole creative process, the execution, the analytics, like all of it until it deploys.
Okay, so you're like the voice of the company for the other companies.
Yeah, we manage everybody internally, and we manage the communications between the client.
Jeez, that's crazy.
It is like crazy because we multitask to another level. I always joke with my coworkers like isn't it crazy how much we can go to like 8 meetings in a day, answer over 300 emails in a day, get on the phone with clients when we need to, and just put out fires all day. It's just like a non-stop just changes.
How is it working with, like, you're in marketing, so how is it working with those big businesses like Mercedes? Like, what kind of budget do these people have?
Insane. I've never experienced this type of money in my life. So we
what
play with millions of dollars.
So you do like commercials, or like what kind of exactly?
I don't work on commercials. I work on online. So I work on the after sales part of the Mercedes. Like my company works on every part of Mercedes, but I personally work on the customer care side. So like after you have a Mercedes, I work on like the communications you get. So like emails, direct mail, print stuff. I work on online video, social media, all of that.
Yeah, I saw some things that she did. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I work on like digital banners. So say he spends a lot of time on Mercedes site, we'll start to track him. I work on that process with the communications you would see from that.
Okay. And like you said, budget. Like what kind of budget are these guys dropping on stuff? Like
millions. Like imagine having millions of dollars to put behind a social post. Like you would reach a crazy amount of people.
And that's just, they're putting that, like one post, they're putting millions of dollars on that one post.
Sometimes.
So how do they know that post is that post? What's like the creative process behind making sure that's like, this is what we need to do?
Well, it all depends on the business problem. Like there's certain initiatives we do that needs to reach more people, and we need to make more money from, like for a certain part of the business. So then we'll put more money behind that. Like we'll put more money behind like our service initiatives because we need people to come in for service. But we wouldn't put that same thing around like our accessories that we sell because it's like a secondary. It's not a huge deal.
You put it where the money is at.
Yeah, like do we want to capitalize on certain things? That's where we put the money towards.
And how long you been with this job now?
It'll be 2 years next week.
All right, so like, I don't tell me if you're quitting tomorrow, but what's your projection of like, do you feel like this is where you want to grow, or do you feel like, this job is teaching me so much, I have so many ideas that I can like kind of do on my own right now? All right, let me rephrase the question. So, do you feel like you're learning a lot at this job?
I do. I just personally know. I personally know what I want in life, and it's not to be a CEO of somebody else's company.
Okay. Oh, ooh. A little media training.
Yeah, that was right. That was.
No, that's dope. That's dope. So the projects that you're working on yourself, you have this blog going, which is super, super dope. Like, talk about that blog. How long have you been doing it for?
So I started this blog when did I start it? In 2017.
Okay.
But when I started it, I started it just because I was going through a hard time. So I wanted to basically like express myself online, and I found that through writing.
Dope.
Yeah. So I started it, and then I got super nervous. Like I put one post out, people really liked it, and I got a lot of like people saying, "Oh, you should do more. I love your blog." And then I just kind of was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So then I stopped doing it for like a year. Like legit just stopped. And then I picked it back up in 2018, and I've been doing it consistently ever since then.
And what is your blog like? Like, what do you talk about?
I talk a lot about personal growth, just things I've learned about myself that I want to improve. And I know other people need those skills too. So I talk about that. I talk a lot about like wellness. I'm very into health and fitness. Like I've transformed myself. I've lost like 30 pounds and consistently been able to take it off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I talk about that. I also talk about traveling.
Yeah, you be in the gym every single day heavy.
Yeah, I'm in the gym. Yeah.
Every
she
day
be in the
heavy.
gym.
Yeah,
I always see the check-in post.
Yeah, it's funny because Hansen's gonna love this story, but I started going to the gym with him. So when
Yo, do not give this man any credit because he'll take this and he will run laps with it.
No,
I run laps every day. Like, come on, every day.
In 2015, like I had broke up with my ex-boyfriend, and I also had lost 2 people that was very close to my family. So I was in a dark place, and I had just graduated college, and I just kind of felt like, what the heck is going on in my life?
Okay.
So I really wanted to get into fitness, and I was the biggest I've ever been in my life. And Handsome, you know, he has no. Filter. He's just blunt. So he would just literally tell me like, "Whoa, you got fat," and I like, cause I hadn't seen him since like high school, and I was like, "Wow," like he really said that. And then I was like, "Yeah, you know, I really want to get to fitness, but like I don't know." And then he was like, "Let's just go to the gym." And then I had signed up for a gym, and we started going every week. He'd come pick me up after work, and we would just go to the gym. Mind you, we were just friends.
Good guy.
Yeah,
We wasn't fucking around
at all. Yeah, like, and we would just go to the gym and literally be friends, and people would just be like, "Y'all go to the gym together? That's it?" And we were like, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm. How long y'all doing that for?
I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. It was like a couple months, I think.
Yeah. All right. So now you're doing the blog and everything like that. And you said what else are you currently doing right now?
Outside of the blog, I was telling you, I do a lot of like content creation with brands. So that's been great. I never really knew that you could just like get paid to post on Instagram.
It's like freelance stuff, right?
Pretty much. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like they'll come to me with a brief like, hey, we want to promote this certain product.
It's ridiculous what she gets paid.
Can you just like you know, post your experience with the product or whatever? And I just post that stuff.
How do they find you?
So online,
because you have a good social media following.
Yeah, I grew my following, and a lot of times I pitch myself to brands. Like I have like a pitch deck, and I'll just send it out to them, and like try to get on the phone and try to develop a relationship.
How come you never said into the "What Are We Doing" podcast?
I could do that.
Okay, Handsome, make that happen.
Let me know. I also freelance marketing services, so hey, if you guys ever need help, just hit me up. But so I do that, and then I also sell bottles on Amazon. Because I started the bottles on Amazon because I was tired of having like leaky bottles. Like I would go to the gym, and my bottles would be leaking. So I decided to partner up with like this company I found on Alibaba, and they designed like this really cool bottle. So I just branded it, and then I just started selling it on Amazon, and it's really been a great way to pay back my student loans. So
so you're one of the ones that are like happy
student
that you went
loans?
To college. Yeah, I was supposed to ask them like you're happy that you went to college.
I loved college. It's so funny because I'm with someone who hates college, but
that's not true. I don't hate college. I just think
I'm an advocate for college if you know what you're going to do. Like I knew I want to do business. I want to do marketing. I literally got into that field.
But everybody goes in knowing what they want to do, and then life happens, and then it's like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. Or I can't.
But you went in for business, and you left out doing something else.
No, I work in business.
Business and marketing is the same thing.
Yeah, it's a sector of business.
Oh, sorry, college grads.
Well, you know what? Outside of just like your major, I think college is beneficial because you learn how to communicate effectively. I agree. You grow and network. You learn how to like live on your own, meet new people. I learned how to speak professionally. I learned how to write professionally. I've never been such a strong writer and had such great grammar until I took legal courses or took certain courses and writing courses in college. Like I learned how to even navigate the white world, to be honest. Like I grew up in Queens,
that's facts.
Around most predominantly black people, and then I went to college, and it was the first time I had people with me and like, oh my god, you're so cool for a black girl. Like I never had experienced that. But I had professors tell me, I've never had a black student as smart as you. You should be doing this and that. And it was just like, oh, that's a compliment. Oh, heard you. Like,
that's crazy, especially in those areas right there. Yeah. Like it's like rural areas. A lot of those people that you probably know are probably seeing a black person for the first time.
Yeah,
I had that same experience in college. Like, yo, I've never met a black person. And then you get, oh, you're like a white black person.
Yes, yeah. I've been an Oreo since I was like 10.
So how does it feel?
That's what I've always got called that.
How does it feel when they say you're smart for a black girl, or you're pretty for a black girl? How does that make you feel?
It's hurtful. It's just like. It's like you have this perception of what a black woman's supposed to be, and then that's it. So now that I defy that, you don't even know how to categorize me. So now you have to make me more white. You know,
it's facts. Been there.
Meanwhile, like they're looking at the crazy ratchet black people just like how I'm looking at them. Like what the heck? Exactly. I can't relate. Yeah. So
a lot of those they see what they see on TV and they
right. That's, and they think that's exactly who everyone is.
Exactly.
So yeah, going back to to college. So you're in debt right now with college.
Yes, I don't have a significant amount of debt. I've paid off over half of my debt in 4 years, so I'll be done before 30.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's super dope.
Yeah,
You'll be done way before that, but
I think so too. But I just give myself a little leeway.
Let's not put numbers out there, but.
All right, and talk about you do this brunch. So you guys team up. You guys do this brunch.
Yes.
Second one just happened. How was that one?
It was amazing. It's just always a good experience to bring a bunch of Black professionals together and have them learn and grow in front of us, and to know that we organize something like that. Like this time we had mental health. We had a therapist come. We talked about mental health. We had a neurologist come and talk about the brain. He's one of the 3 Black neurologists in the New York City area or something like that, in the Northeast or something. He said
no, in the country.
In the country?
Yeah, it's the country.
Oh yeah, that's even more insane. I forgot about that. But we had someone talk about physical fitness. Earner. We had someone talk about real estate. People were really intrigued, and it was just great.
What's crazy about those events is you guys don't kind of see it when you're putting it on because you're actually doing it. Yeah. I don't think y'all see the significance of how big and how powerful those events are because you guys are in the mix. You guys wanted to get over with. You guys are stressing. I seen y'all around that time. Stressful.
Talk about the process of actually putting an event together.
It's stressful.
We do have an event coming up in February.
We do. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of marketing. It's a lot of getting people to come. I think people are interested, but they always need a push, and we have to be that push at all times. And you always feel like you feel too salesy sometimes. I hate to be that person. It's guys, come on. I'm trying to provide you with a really great experience to help you grow. And they're okay.
So I go through that a lot. What's some ways to overcome that? Because I feel what I do, everybody needs, but at the same time, I don't want to feel too come on, do this. This is you have to do this. What are some ways to overcome that?
I think the key is to remember your mission and your purpose. If you want to help people, you want to help billions of people, millions of people, or even hundreds of people become a better version of themselves, you have to remember that that's your mission to do that. Mm-hmm. So you just have to keep pushing and keep doing it. You just have to just push past it. My whole thing is helping people push past their fears, because I'm fearful of almost everything I do. But I still do them because that's the best things that come from me are from my fears.
We were mentioning that on a previous episode, just that's the only time you can accomplish anything is doing stuff like that, doing things that make you uncomfortable. Right. That's the biggest thing.
Exactly. And I think when you build relationships with people, what I don't like to just be salesy. I like to see how the person's doing, see what they're looking for, see what some of their pain points in life are, and then say, hey, I have an event that can actually help you do this, and that. Yeah. Or just come and meet me, or come and meet Handsome. You're interested in finance, come talk to him. You're interested in marketing, come talk to me. You want to start a blog, come talk to me. And a lot of people will just show up to the events because there's someone there who they can talk to in person. Because I learn the most from meeting up with people. I try to meet a new person every week. Okay. And I literally go and learn the most. I learn more than I learn online.
It's actually great that you mentioned that, and I think people should actually take this part from this episode, is the fact that don't just try to sell anyone. You have to find out what exactly their needs are. Because honestly, whenever you're talking to someone, they're going to tell you what they're looking for. They're going to tell you what they need.
People
and
love
by
to talk
doing
about
that,
themselves.
it's an easy way for you to really close that deal. Yeah. Instead of me just going to somebody and say, hey, you need blah, 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 and they don't even need that. But now if I talk to you and you say, hey, you're looking for this, you're looking for that. Oh, okay, I know this is the thing you do.
That's super excellent. In sales taxes, one of the things we do is we ask questions that always allow the person to speak more. When I'm sitting down with a client, my job is to say at the minimum words as possible. And they just need to talk the whole time. Once you can get somebody's talking, like you said, people love talking. They're going to tell you what they need, what they're looking for, and things like that. Exactly. And that's kind of when I'm able to go in and be like, okay, now I can say
people love advice. They love a savior. If you can be like, hey, that's what you're doing. Oh, I've been through that. They're like, really? Other people go through that? Yeah. How did you get over it? And then you just sell.
Exactly. Yep. You see, I don't like the word sell.
Well, I mean, you
educate.
You educate. So. You persuade.
It's sell. I don't like the word sell.
But everything, you know this. Everything is sell.
Everything is sales.
I had to sell Sade.
You had to.
Why she should talk to me.
That's true.
I had to sell Sade why we should live together.
Definitely had to sell Sade.
Had to sell Sade so why she should walk the dog.
All right, so let's talk about this beef y'all have right now.
Oh my god!
All right, y'all want to talk about this?
No.
Y'all was just talking about.
We don't have real beef.
Yeah, we never do.
We have the fakest little arguments ever.
Okay,
and I think people don't understand that. They feel that Like they always ask, "Oh, what do you do?" Blah blah. Like the other day, my brother, I had I went with my brother to pick up my nephew. He's like, "What's up?" I said, "I just need to get out." And he's like, "I know the feeling, bro." He started talking about his problem, and I'm like, "That's not why."
Out of your breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out. But yeah, we don't argue. Mm-hmm. Well, we have debates and disagreements. Everyone, you're gonna have disagreements with anyone. Like you can have the same person. But we just talk it out. We have communicated a lot of things to find out what's going on. We focus and not go to sleep angry at each other. Try to resolve the issue. There's little simple stuff like that people just don't do that they just should do.
So y'all both like have like the entrepreneur mindset. Do you feel like that works or it doesn't work for a relationship?
Definitely works.
No, I agree.
It's not an answer.
No, I fully agree. I fully agree.
Because the entrepreneur mindset is just so unfamiliar to most people. They don't even understand it. I have friends that I try to explain like what I do outside of work to, and they're like, "What? Like, why do you do that?" And I'm just like,
Do you feel like Sade pushes you or like pushes you to be like more entrepreneur, or do you feel like Handsome? Who pushes each other more to be like, yo, you got to stay on track. You got to stay on track.
That's not the question you just asked.
That's not a good question.
No.
Who pushes who to stay on track?
The question you asked before was not the same thing. Like you're saying who pushes the other person to be more entrepreneur? Like what?
Who pushes the one harder to stay on task with their goals?
What do you think?
I think we push each other.
Good answer.
Like we're just very hard on each other, and we're very hard on ourselves too. So it's like that doesn't help, but we push each other a lot.
Okay, what I think is dope, y'all do like a lot of stuff separately as well.
Yeah,
you have to. Like regardless, because it's not gonna get boring.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be repetitive. Like we live together.
Exactly. Yeah,
so if we live together and we do every little thing together, it's gonna be like when are you gonna have Sade time? When are you gonna have Handsome time?
Okay, I think that's dope. That's super dope. You guys ever think besides the brunch that you guys do together, you guys work on any other projects together?
Yeah.
Stay
tuned.
Yeah, 2020 is gonna be dope. We've actually been really like meeting every week. Like now we actually like we act sometimes like we're business partners. Well, we are, but we take the relationship out of it, and like we'll go to like a coffee shop and we'll actually sit down and have a real meeting.
Okay.
Like Sade and Handsome, not like boyfriend and girlfriend. You know?
Okay, I like it.
And then it ends in boyfriend and girlfriend.
That's super dope. I love that. I think that's dope. That's a dope concept. That's dope.
Let's actually get back on track because there's some things that I want to hear. So now after college, right? You know, after the whole student loan and everything, after the job, what pushes you to really want to keep going, and despite of adversity, despite of all these obstacles you're going through?
Keep going, like. What do you mean by keep going?
Like, let's say,
keep living.
No. Like for start, you say like you go through where it's like, oh, you're good for a black girl, like you're smart for a black girl. But what pushes you to keep going whenever you hear those things? Why not just like black and like why not just go off? What pushes you to stay the task and
also he was, like I think you mentioned it too, saying like people are asking you, oh, like why do you do all that other stuff out of work? Like what keeps you to push it, like going to the next level? Like I want more. I'm not gonna settle.
Because I've always just felt like I deserve more, and I want to just push myself to the highest limits. Like I'm not someone who's just like, oh, I wanted to get a job and I just wanted to move the ranks and I wanted to stay there for 20 years. It's like, no, I just want to keep pushing myself, and I think there's like so many new opportunities to capitalize on. Like I want to speak at events. I want to influence thousands of people. Like I want to do writing. I have so many different passions and interests, and if they're not fulfilled all in one job, like why wouldn't I do more things? And also I want to have several streams of income because I'm trying to be a billionaire out here like Kylie. So that's also why like I want to be rich. I want to have generational wealth. Like those have always been goals for me.
What do you feel like is going to be your like $1 billion idea? You feel like you have your $1 billion idea? Or do you feel like do you feel like something you're doing now is going to pop off into your $1 billion idea? Or do you feel like you don't even know what's going to happen, but you know you're going to get there?
I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I'm going to get there. I know I already visualize myself as the billionaire I'm going to be. I just got to go through the steps right now.
Yo, and that's the hardest. You know what's the hardest part about making money is the mindset thinking you
Yeah.
can make money. Even
Yeah.
like being a millionaire, you cannot be a millionaire if you don't have a millionaire mindset.
Yeah.
If
I
you
agree.
don't think in your head that you're a
Yeah.
millionaire, I promise you will
not
not
get there.
be a millionaire. I
Yeah.
always say to Handsome, like the biggest thing for me is like go there before you get there.
Yes.
Like go to the dealership, sit in that nice car, put yourself
Get that
around
feel,
people that like
Yeah.
because the thing is when you do that, like say like I go to dealerships all the time. Me and Hans has been to dealerships a bunch of times together. We go in the cars, we sit in the cars because when you're sitting back and you're like, yo, envision where you want to be. How can you envision something that you never like tangibly touched or anything?
Yeah.
So like we drove like by houses before and stuff like that. Looked at houses and stuff like that. How can you envision yourself with doing things and not know what it feels like or not know what
Exactly.
that feeling is like?
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
a big thing. Is like go there before you get there. Like if you don't have that mindset, then you will not be successful in
Yeah,
anything.
and it takes
I agree.
time to get that mindset. Like I know, I used to talk about certain amounts of money. Like, oh my gosh, that's so much. I can't imagine that. Now I'm like, oh, that's nothing. That's not
Yeah.
bad. It's not expensive. Like, and even though it may be, but I don't like to think about it that way because it like puts limits on myself.
What do you feel like got you in that mindset? Like, is it books? Is it going to seminars? Is it podcasts? Is it YouTube?
Being handsome.
It's all of that. Like it's so crazy because 2015 was like one of the worst years, but one of the best years for me. Like I was so down in that year that I worked so hard to build myself up because I was just trying to distract myself from being hurt.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was like when you're just going through pain, you're like, I need to read books. I need to watch videos. I need to listen to podcasts. I need to be around people who are bettering themselves. I was just obsessed with self-help. Like you see our bookshelf. Like that's a combination of our books because we are obsessed with self-help and being better. Like I never really knew about self-help. And then once I knew about it, I was
It's like, yo,
addicted.
you're in.
You're just like, there's no limit to the
Once you go in the
information
rabbit
that
hole,
you
that's
get.
there's no limit. Dude.
What is the
Yeah.
first book that you like, self-help book that you read, you feel like? If you can think of it.
The first one, it's called You're a Badass
You're a badass.
by Jen Sincero, I think it is.
Her book about money, bro.
It's good.
Man,
Yeah.
I heard of that book.
Her
That's one with the
mindset-
bicycle on it.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I'll show it to you. It's over there. It's
Yeah.
like yellow, and there's one that's green. That's the money one, and it's just all
I'm gonna be
about
real
like
with you.
yourself and self confidence.
Money Master the Game,
Yeah.
and then that book,
And then that book,
and then that book.
It's
Money
really
Master the Game, is
good.
like probably one of my favorite books.
Listen,
Yeah, that's
and
also a
then
good
that
book.
book.
For real.
It's
I'm gonna
that
check
good.
it out then.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
check
good.
it out. Is that with the book? So what book would you recommend to somebody who's like, yo, I want to try to change my mindset. Like I want to get a book to learn. Like what book would you recommend me?
There's some I really like right now I'm thinking about Relentless. Have you read that one?
Yeah, I read that.
I think
powerful,
that
yeah.
one is really powerful. I also read a book recently called Disrupt Her. I thought was really powerful.
Never heard of that one before.
7 Highly Effective Habits of Successful People is really good.
That's a dope book as well.
Stephen Covey.
Relentless is really good. That was one of my.
Yeah.
That was a dope book. That's like about what's the guy's name there?
Tim
Grover?
Tim Grover. Yeah, so he's like the coach of like he was Jordan's coach, I believe.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot
He
of
was
high-profile
Kobe's coach,
athletes.
and he just like it's like there's a closer. The what is it? The closer.
Cleanser,
And there's one more.
cleaner.
The Cleaner.
The cleaner. Yeah. Just like you were probably got born with those traits and things like that. That's a good book.
Yeah,
That's
that
really.
one's
I read
really
that.
good.
Yeah. What book for you?
The one thing.
The One Thing.
Yeah.
Did I read that book? I don't think so.
I don't know. I think that's one of the best books.
For real, The
Yeah.
One
That
Thing.
one is good too.
Yeah. That's my favorite book.
Mindset for me. I think that's the book that I recommend to everybody.
Mindset by
Carol.
Malcolm.
By Malcolm. No. It's by.
Oh, I also like Everything is Figure Outable. I'm reading that now, and that's a really great book too.
That's crazy. That's
Especially
on my list of
for
things to get.
women, like in general. That book
that's
is
from
very strong.
from Shorty Maria.
Yeah, from Marie Forleo.
You feel like you ever write a book?
Yes, I'm writing a book right now.
Are you writing a book right now?
I started my book in
Big
college.
things, man. Big things. Man.
I-
2020.
and like, well, I don't know when it's gonna come out. It's kind of like a book that illustrates kind of like what I've been through in my life. So
Okay.
it probably will come out later in life, but it's something I've always continuously wrote since college.
Dope. I like that. I like that a lot. It's good stuff.
I might write a book.
I was gonna ask y'all, do you want to write a book?
Nah. I never.
You wanna do it?
Nah, I never would write a book.
Why not?
I don't think so. On what? Yo, for me, I don't know if I'm very like, I'm not the biggest feel like person like to help people. Like for me, I'm not gonna sit down and help you do something. I'm not gonna sit down.
You're in the wrong business.
Aren't you? You're a financial advisor.
No.
What?
No. I'm not talking about advisor work. I'm like
Okay.
talking about like I'm not gonna sit. So I'm a good advisor, right? I'm a great advisor. I'm the best advisor out there because I'll go and I'll get the information and I'll pick people's brains. I'll go on YouTube. I'll do this. But if somebody wants to get to where I'm at, I don't think I'm the person to teach anybody to get to where I'm at because I'm not gonna take stock what I'm doing to help people that way. That's why
Kinda
when
selfish.
T came in and she's like she wants to do the advisor role and she wants to like we have options at our firm. We have options if you want to be a manager or if you want to be like just an independent, like it's called a producer group.
And that's you, a producer group.
A producer group is you go in a group with a bunch of other advisors and you guys create like a business of advisory business together and you guys just focus on helping each other get clients. And you guys are a team, basically. It's like you're a top performing agent.
Okay.
You guys all come together and be one team. That's one route to go. Those people are very, very successful and make a shitload of money. The other route to go is the management route. Is where you kind of take a step back from your business and teach people how to be in the business.
Oh, okay. So you're teaching people how to be in an advisory business.
How to be an advisor. Exactly,
how to be an
exactly.
advisor.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, I don't like the whole teaching thing. I'm not a big fan. Like, for T, look,
Okay, I get
T,
that.
we just had her on. And for her, like, it's not teaching her. It's just only, like, motivating each other. Like, I'm motivating her, motivating me. We have, like, advisors that are coming in after us. And they know, like, don't ask Kadeem anything because she's going to, like, not help you, but T will like sit down there and
that's
make
me.
sure you
Yeah.
get it right. She'll go over everything with you,
Yeah.
and that's why always people gravitate to her. But I'm known as the like, yo,
Yeah.
don't ask Kadeem anything because he's not gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you one thing and you have to go do it yourself. So yeah, that's not bad.
Okay.
All right, so it was like
No, I was thinking about that. I was
Uh-huh.
thinking about your answer just now.
About
I'm
teaching?
I'm trying to figure out. That's still selfish, but I'm trying not to.
it is selfish.
Oh, okay. As
But
long
not
as you know
everyone's a teacher.
Yeah, and definitely
I feel like
not
it's a
everyone's
different
teacher.
level of skill, you know?
You know what me? It's like I think it's a thin line between, like helping someone and telling them to go to YouTube. Because sometimes it's like I go to people just so I can like get the answer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You
And
don't
then
like
other
look up
times-
nothing.
But that's not true because it's like I feel like
Shorter way. It's
yeah
easier
because
way.
instead of me going on YouTube to find out which video is the right one, you did that already. Like you can just tell me the answer.
Or you could work for the same thing like they worked for.
But why waste my time to do that when
I
you
don't- I
already
think it
had
depends.
that
It's not
answer?
always a waste of time.
There's a lesson in you going on
Yeah.
YouTube and searching
Which is true.
and doing it.
But
So
it's also a lesson in you just letting me like that's like this like
I think that's
if-
being lazy. You see,
Yeah.
that's the kind of shit
No,
people
it's
come
not.
to me with, and I'm like, yo,
Yes.
you can go and figure it out. Why
Yes.
the fuck are you
that's
asking me
a
this
thin line
question?
because sometimes I feel that way and sometimes I feel the way like I'm saying.
I think it depends. If you're asking me about, like, say someone comes to me like, how do I start a blog? No, go look that up. Oh, how do I niche down my audience? How do I just determine my writing style? Come ask me that. That's a deeper question. I'll unpack that with you. But how to start a blog? Come on.
It's on
that up
YouTube,
online.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, come to me when you already have an idea, and then we can unpack and we can build it.
And then you know what's so funny? Half the people that you give ideas to don't do shit with it.
Exactly, because that already shows that you're committed.
I have
More
majority.
than half, right?
Everyone's like, oh, I want to do this. If you haven't even started, I'm not going to help you build a brand.
I agree. So, Ho, what's your criteria to help somebody then?
I mean, you have to have already started something and showed you have a certain knowledge of the topic you want to pursue. Like, once you have that, then I can help you get deeper. But if you don't have that at all, that means you're not even really that interested. And you want someone to kind of coach you. And, like, I'm not at that stage to be given all that time. Yeah.
Because you feel like if you're serious, you would just go get the information yourself.
Exactly. You would at least start, you know? Like, even if your blog looks like crap, at least you started it, you
Oh,
know?
I
And
see what you're
you
saying.
learned
Okay, I see
the
what you're
platform,
saying.
you bought a domain. There's certain things, you looked up what SEO is. Like, that's stuff that, like,
Yeah,
you know, you
I see what you're
kinda
saying
should
now.
be
Okay.
doing on your own.
No,
That
I
makes
love
sense,
that. I
too.
love it. All right, so we talked about the book. What do you feel like is the hardest thing that you had to go through and taught you the most valuable lesson? And what lesson was that the teacher taught you?
The hardest thing I ever had to go through.
The
Like,
biggest
for-
rejection,
So far, yeah.
the biggest setback, the biggest disappointment. Maybe you got fired from somewhere.
I've never gotten fired from anywhere. I don't know. Professionally, like, I've never had that many challenges. And if I do have challenges, but I've never taken them to heart that deeply.
Okay.
Like, so I when you said that, I don't think of anything professional. I think of, like I was saying, about what I went through in 2015. Like,
Okay.
after graduating, going through a breakup, going through, like, death twice, like, for the first time in my life, like, all of those things were really hard, and I got really depressed. But I bought myself out of it, like just by working on myself. And I learned about what self-care and self-love was, because it's crazy to think that I really didn't know what those things were, really. Like I was living my whole life just like, I'm Sade and I'm confident, but really I was really doubtful and actually really anxious, and I didn't know that's what I was. And I was a perfectionist, and I didn't realize that I pushed myself to crazy limits because I was trying to be perfect. And then I realized, like, wow, I've been doing that for like 21 years. Like, and now I have to reverse that. Like, it's kind of crazy going back and trying to realize, like, that's been the hardest thing, like reversing all the bad habits that I learned. Because I was like that A child, that person was in specialized classes, that person that was like, you expected to be a perfect, so that when you weren't, it was like, what are you doing? You're not being yourself. And it's like, no, my self-worth is not tied to that.
That's dope. That's super dope. That's super dope. All right, so anything you can say to somebody who wants to get in like a marketing position, what's the easiest route to get in the position you're in right now? Network. Marketing
is all about who you know, to be honest. I know they say that about a lot of industries, but like marketing is really about that. Like you need to be networking, you need someone on your side, you need to know someone in the company you want to work for, you need to at least get to know a recruiter, because marketing is a job that you can learn on the job. So it's really about, let's see if we're a good fit personally, and like let's see if you can communicate, let's see if you can reach out and like be proactive, and that shows you have the qualities to be at that type of job.
You feel like you could have got that job without a degree, just through marketing?
No, you can't.
Okay, you have to have
it's a requirement.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe like back in the day, if you started and you worked in production for years and years and years, you didn't need a degree. But nowadays, to get where I'm at, you would need a degree.
I love it. Where can everybody find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Glamorous Sade. That's GLAMOROUSSADE. And they can find me on my blog, thefireandsidesade.com.
And we will leave everything in the link below, in the description below. We're going to ask you for a quote. Okay. So you're going to start preparing for that. But you can find us. No, we appreciate you for coming out. We appreciate coming out. Like we're not in your house. But we appreciate you for taking the time.
I came all the way out of my room.
Taking the time out your busy schedule to sit down and rock with us.
Of course.
I love what you're doing. You're
doing your thing.
You're definitely doing your thing.
Oh,
so
thanks. You guys are doing your thing too.
We appreciate you're doing your thing. No, you really are.
No, you're doing your thing though too. I'm such a hype man. Like I like compliments, but I always gotta hype you back. I'm just such a cheerleader. Like
once we set up and everything, then we're gonna beef though. We're gonna beef though.
Why?
Like no, once we set up and we dip. When we y'all dip, we're gonna beef.
I got things to do tonight. I have plenty of
so we're gonna make it quick, and then I gotta.
All right, cool. Now I love it. You can find me at Kadeem Brown at Instagram. Found Handsome at handsomekely_. You could email us at thewhatarewedoingpc@gmail.com. Anything you want to leave with us, Mr. Kelly?
No, she's gonna do the quote.
You want to say anything?
No.
Okay,
that's good.
You don't want to tell them about your Instagram or any projects you're working on?
No.
It's a great chance to market yourself. Handsome.
It is. That's a single you quote that quote you.
Oh, we hella petty.
Go. All
right, let's hear this quote. Yeah.
My favorite quote is, "I am the master of my feet. I am the captain of my soul."
Let's go. I like that.
I like that.
Love that. That quote.
All right, take care.
Don't forget your power.